So when will you be reinstalling Anthem?
I've still got it on there. But
I traded that in for Fire Emblem.
What's Fire Emblem?
That RPG, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man. Dude, do you understand? Every day there are clones and clones of these games that come out.
Yeah, there are, but not of this one.
you need
you get a shiny red hat.
My one recommendation.
But she's got a hat.
But she's got a new hat. I want it.
My one recommendation is you need to play God of War.
Why?
Because it's just the best game out there.
The Witcher is the best game out there.
God of War is the best game out there. I love The Witcher.
Witcher's very good.
But God of War is the best game out there.
I didn't play God of War, but I watched the Let's Play of it. I watched it from start to end.
How long did that go?
Did they speed through it, or is it like a full...
there were parts where they showed it all, and then there were parts where they just sped through, just like...
Yeah.
Mundane things.
Yeah.
They just kind of skip some of the fighting. And just from what I saw, it looks like a very, very... I would recommend it just from what I saw.
It's the best game out there, hands down.
The
guy that made, the lead designer of the game said something like, it either takes a year just for one boss fight for them to design, because there's so much going on that it takes them a whole... And they're like, we would have loved to add all these other bosses and all these other areas. And he's like, but the game would have taken another 6 years to finish. That was much detail.
That's the degree of
the level of expectation was way blown way out of proportion. They were like, the game's good.
But the degree of commitment to the game, to its development,
but that's like EA. No, that's like Rockstar. Sorry, not EA. Rockstar.
Yeah,
but doesn't EA own Rockstar?
No, Take-Two does.
Take-Two.
Yeah, but then that's another whole other story.
Yeah.
Take-Two. So Take-Two, pretty much, if you look at all their games now, which is NBA, Rockstar, NBA, 2K, GTA, pretty much all their games now are coming down with casino versions.
I saw that. Yeah.
How bad is that?
It's like a fucking slot machine, man.
So the new NBA game isn't a basketball game. It's a casino game with basketball in it.
How does that work?
It's literally slot machines.
There's slot machines and a roulette and everything.
It's bad. That's bad.
And people are cracking it at the moment.
Wait.
You're blowing his mind now.
Yeah.
No, because
GTA 5 introduced this first, probably about 4 months ago, and it got banned, this DLC, Casino. It was just the Casino DLC that they just released, an update, and it got banned in about 22 countries, I think it was, because it's flat-out gambling.
Yeah.
Okay,
and some countries have laws where there's just no gambling at all. Simulator gambling.
Okay, wait a second. What do you mean NBA 2K?
So NBA...
is a slot machine with...
You played FIFA.
Yeah.
So you saw the My Team, Ultimate Team?
Yeah, where you have to collect the cards of players, and that's how you get your team.
Yeah, so a lot of people at the moment, are attacking all these types of games. Not attacking, they've had enough of it.
Yeah. People are very openly commenting on it.
Yeah. That it's basically gambling.
Yeah.
Because you're not collecting, like a physical packet of cards. You're doing that because you just want a pack of cards and you want to collect the deck.
Yeah.
Okay? In this case
Dude,
of these
like
sports games.
Ushis or whatever they're called, from Woolies?
Yeah.
People are killing themselves for that shit, man.
Yeah.
Dude, literally killing themselves to get, they're paying $2,000 on eBay for these.
Yeah.
What's the point of them? They're going to be worthless in a week.
Well, they're collectibles. Apparently there's one that they reckon will go for about 250,000. There's a special one.
Fuck. It's the furry one. Listen.
Wait, let him finish.
Okay.
Yeah, let me finish, man.
No, because honestly, this is
a word for fucking the now.
Loot boxes is bad, but this has now added a new layer of terrible.
So, and I think this has to do a lot with the gaming industry in general.
Yeah.
Because it's taken a downturn since, I don't know, probably in the last year.
Yeah.
You look at a lot of the major companies, EA, Blizzard, Activision, Take-Two, anybody who's on the market, you look at them, all their stocks are just crashing.
Yeah.
They're just flatlining. And they're offsetting it, from what I can tell, with loot boxes and DLC.
Yeah.
Not DLC, but loot boxes.
Yeah. And purchasable content in general,
Yeah, so with these, the ultimate teams, the equivalent of those in every sports game, so whether it's, basketball, soccer, I don't know if they're in baseball games or in hockey games. It'll be in any form. If it's an EA game, they'll have it, and Take-Two has it in NBA. And basically, you're paying real currency for these packets of cards.
Yeah.
Digital packets. And when you open them, it's not like an actual packet of cards where you rip it open and there's, there's cards in there.
Yeah.
They're physical. Whereas in this case, you're opening a digital packet of cards which are rendered, they're not predetermined.
Yeah.
It's, releasing the card as it's being shown to you on screen.
Yeah.
And people have had enough of it, and, it's digital. Basically, it's simulated gambling. That's what people are saying, because you're essentially getting digital, like a better version, like an emerald version or a gold version of, if it's basketball, it'll be of LeBron James or whatever. Pull it up, go it on there now and do the NBA 2K.
Roulette? Well, not roulette.
Just ad. NBA 2K ad. 2K20 ad.
Is it on the ad? Is it the actual ad? Oh, that was the official ad.
I think they took it down as well.
They would have had
Why
to
would it be in the trailer, though?
Because they're advertising.
That's how I saw it. Yeah,
they're blatantly advertising it, because all these loot boxes and everything have been in the media lately about the fact that they're denying that it's not gambling.
They're pushing real hard to say it's
EA came out and said, we don't call it loot boxes, we call it surprise mechanics.
Yeah.
And
surprise mechanics.
Yeah. And people just in a hearing in Europe, wasn't it? In the UK.
Bucket ready, you're going to puke.
Really?
It's bad, man.
Disgusting.
My team trailer.
And so after all this conversation, this is a trailer they decide to go with.
Okay.
Sorry, we can't skip the ads.
Could have muted the ad. Why are you turning it up for?
I know, man.
Because I want to fuck with you people, that's why.
Links.
You listen
by
to
Xbox.
what I tell you to play.
Xbox has got
your game.
Alright, man, here we go, man. So that's all rendered on the spot by code.
So you just get whatever they give you?
Yeah.
But you have to pay for it?
Yeah. So these are the packs that you get for your Ultimate Team or My Team, whatever.
That's gambling, yeah.
Wait for it. This is nothing yet.
Dunk on.
That's just showing like in-game footage of like players playing and the cards coming up. But it's towards, there you go, a pachinko machine.
Oh.
So, pachinko in Japan is basically their workaround for gambling.
Yeah, pachinko.
It's gambling, but it's not in Japan. There's a literal lever.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's what got me. That's what got me.
I think it keeps going, and then the reaction and everything.
Like, that's...
There you go, roulette wheel.
Roulette wheel!
Yeah.
Now, this has nothing to do with story mode. This is purely My Team. This is My Team trailer. So if you want to build your players, your team, with your Ultimate Team...
Wet like water. You can't guard me, look.
you have to literally spin a wheel in a game. And another thing they're copping flack for is because this game is rated E for everyone in America.
And kids,
for kids. So that means in America, everyone is 3 and up. And it's just come out that I think the 10-year-old version of Pokemon has a slot machine.
I remember.
Yeah, it's like a 10-year-old version on the Game Boy, and that's rated 12 and above.
Yeah.
And they're like, how can you rate a game that's...
I'm pretty sure it's black and white as well.
Yeah. How can you rate a game like that for 12 and yet give this for... Like 3-year-old children can play this. You're rating it that it's like...
That's insane.
Mum, Dad, I want this card. You know what? Like, to be honest, the cards... They're probably going to get away with it.
They'll get away with it.
It's a loot box, but a loot card pack. That's all it is. You're opening a loot card pack.
But there's,
for fuck's sake, you're taking a part of casinos and throwing it in the game and then putting it in the fucking trailer. Advertising that, hey, we're okay with it. You should be okay with it too. Your kids will be okay with it too. Just give me a credit card and you'll be alright. Like, think about it, the gamblers out there. Like, there's a lot of people who suffer from gambling, right? Even though they won't admit it. And they look at that game and they're going to be like, yeah, that's good for my kid.
Dude, you know what really annoyed me? I went to the footy, it's one of the last rounds of footy. It was Ruffy's last game, yeah? I went to the footy and I was at Etihad, Marvel Stadium. You want to talk about, what's it called? Corporate sponsorship, man? They renamed our stadium to Marvel Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I wonder why. Didn't I realise Endgame already came out and that's it? Like, there's
But that was just the end of the phase one, wasn't it?
That was phase one. That was
phase one, Dim.
How many more phases do you reckon they're going to be?
As many as money can make. As long as there's money to made.
Didn't they say there's 5 that they've got planned in the works? 5 phases.
And one phase went for 15 years?
Yeah. So
Was it 15? How many movies were all up? It was like
10 years?
There's a lot. No, at least 10. At least 10 years.
It started at Iron Man 1, so when did Iron Man 1 come out?
I don't know, man.
I'm going to say 2006.
Probably at least.
I don't actually remember.
I'll say 2006.
I think I saw it, but I saw it after the fact, like well after the fact.
But then again, you think about that, and I mean, like the original Hulk movie came out.
What, the one with Eric Banner?
Yeah, but
No,
they
the one
started...
before, was it Eric? No, it was before Eric Banner. There was one before him. Who was that?
You had Edward
2000
Norton. Edward Norton was one of the last ones before the Marvel.
Who was the original one?
Eric Banner.
Yeah,
did
Eric Banner
two.
was the original.
Was he?
Yeah, and then Edward Norton did it,
Oh.
and then someone else did it as well. I can't
Is
remember
Eric
who it
Banner
was.
that old? Holy shit.
Eric Banner's old, man.
I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah.
I just saw Ace Ventura came out 25 years ago today.
Yeah, I remember watching it at
That's scary.
I was at Dramana Driving when I watched it. Ace Ventura Part 1. I'm serious. Dramana Driving, dude. It was 94. I still remember it. Anyway, what was I even saying? You're a dickhead.
By the way, it came out in 2008.
Oh, it was close.
The first Iron Man 1. That's when they
11 years
started
old.
it, because that's when they started with Samuel Jackson at the end of every film.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
So that's when they started that phase.
I haven't seen all of them, so...
Wait, was Iron Man before Spider-Man?
Yeah, because you're thinking of the wrong Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that wasn't Marvel
Tobey Maguire
officiated.
wasn't
Tobey Maguire was
never
part of the Marvel universe.
No.
Yeah. Because Marvel and Fox made their movies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
Sony Entertainment made their movies.
Now everything's Disney.
No, Sony has got
Sony
a
still
clause.
owns
They
Spider-Man.
own Spider-Man, but they've triggered some clause where they're going to make their own independent. Yeah, he won't be appearing in the.
But now he's back. Do you know? I read something or I saw a video. They said he's gone back again now.
I just saw one saying they farewelled him.
I don't know.
Look, man. You're talking about money, man. Like, this is just money now. Like, there's nothing else holding these companies. It's not like it's creative differences.
Yeah.
This is just money. Like, let's get our piece of the pie.
It's like we own this guy. You can't make films from him anymore.
I can't wait for Spawn, to be honest.
Yeah, is it a show or a movie they're making?
No, it's a movie.
Oh, they're making a movie.
And it's his own...
yeah, that's
property.
right. The original.
It's all
Yeah.
See, that's cool.
That's cool. But even even still, when he went to them with the movie, and he's like, I want it to be 3 hours and 30 minutes. I need to get as much detail in to keep people up to date with what's happening.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, take this 2 hours. And he's like, fuck's sake. You make shit movies if you do this to people. Like, let me do what I have to do.
That's the freedom of having HBO and Netflix and all that sort of crap. You make a direct-to-Netflix feature. Why are you laughing?
Because I came across a little like a little comic like a little panel, and it was just about like giving up the old pirate hat.
What's a pirate hat?
Piracy.
Yeah.
Digital online piracy.
Yeah.
It's like, I only pirate because there's, I want to be able to get all my shows or media from one easy to get place that's affordable.
Yeah.
And then the show's like, whatever, Netflix or whatever, it's like, oh, well, and it's like, goodbye hat. And he puts it away. And then the next screen is like all these streaming services. And he's like, opens a drawer. It's like, hello, old friend.
It was the Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
The Pirate Bay hat. Yeah. I saw that. That was hilarious, dude.
Pirate
It's
Bay's
like
the best,
now
man.
there's so many streaming sites. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's just getting expensive again now. If you
I
want
literally want to watch one show and I can't find it on any of those services, and that just pisses me off. Because you have so many options and you have to pay for each fucking one of them instead of putting it all into one.
Okay, well, think about, you want to talk about money again and sports, you've got KO, right?
KO is fantastic now.
They own the rights to everything but Premier League. Yeah, I was going to say, Optus has the rights to Premier League. Yeah? Everyone got Foxtel because that was the only place to get your sports.
Yeah.
Now KO streams everything. So what's Foxtel got? Just Premier League.
Antenna.
I don't know,
The
to be
Greek
honest.
channel.
I wouldn't have a clue.
The Greek channel.
That's all my parents have it for.
Yeah,
One
well,
channel, $50 a month.
You get all the...
I know, how crazy it is, huh?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's for the channel, not for the service.
No, that's the channel.
Yeah, so
channel's
we'll go with the
$50 a
Italian
month.
channel, it's the exact same thing.
Surely you can get the WOG channels from somewhere else.
I've tried. I can't find them.
I think you have to get a satellite.
Wouldn't that be cheaper in the long term?
Probably.
But how much effort do you want to go through? You're the one having to do it, mind you.
I'm not doing anything.
It's not, yeah, exactly.
You're on your
Get
own.
on the roof.
You got to position it right.
Yeah.
Make sure you pointing in the right
I'll
direction.
pass you the satellite up there, but I'm staying down here.
The old lady's up there with the socket
Hey, you
wrench.
got your harness on.
No. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it all comes back down to money and marketing. Like, everything we do, like those stupid Ushi toys, you had kids screaming and parents rerouting themselves to go buy $30 worth of groceries just to get that damn toy.
Yeah.
Dude.
And mind you, these might be people that are like committed to shopping at Audi, committed to shopping at Woolworths, and because their kids are like, I want the toy, my friends have got the toy. Bang! Coles have got new.
You get the ones that Aldi has.
or it's like Macca's. The Macca's Monopoly
German equivalent.
Dude, how long's the Macca's Monopoly thing been running for? Oh, shit.
Dust ocean.
That little curtain fell.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
That's all right.
That's the Tarzan grip. The gorilla grip shit. No. What I was saying before was about the Ushi thing, right? What makes it a collectible? The fact that
It's a limited run.
Because it's a limited
run, yeah.
But they're not breaking the mold on these things.
No.
So in a year's time, they could just say, hey, Ushis are back.
They have been.
They'll just bring out something else and they'll just make it as big as Ushi's, but it'll be a different
That's
thing.
what Little Shop is. Little Shop's been every year.
What's Little Shop?
That's the Ushi thing. That's what it is. It's
That's
Little
Woolies'
Shop.
version, isn't it?
No,
it's Coles. That's Coles' version. Sorry,
Yeah.
They have two different.
And it's
things.
just like miniaturized version of the products that
I know.
they have in the store, but it's product placement.
Yeah.
So little
And
wheat
you
bix
might
boxes.
get a gold one.
Yeah.
You
Who
might get a
gives a
gold one.
shit?
Collectors
Kids who think it's good, fun, whatever, and collectors.
It's the modern day equivalent of kids from the 50s, 60s, and 70s who used to collect like G.I. Joe dolls and Star Wars figurines. And
I mean, you said
it's the same equivalent.
before that it took you 15 years to break that cartridge. You held that cartridge for 15
But I played
years.
it. It was a game.
Well,
Made by EA.
They put it in a little cabinet and they're like, oh, look at these little collectibles.
Yeah, but I still played it, dude.
And then one day,
and they'll admire it longingly.
No, they won't.
Well,
They'll
just
know
look at
about it next week. See, that
again,
bothers me.
it's an opinion thing.
Number one, they don't break the mold on these things. They can just reissue whenever
Yeah,
they
of
want.
course,
And
of
they do.
course.
It's not like it's a unique work of art, all right? Number two, the other thing I was going to say about being at the footy at Ruffy's last game is during the halftime breaks or whatever, they've got the digital board and they've got the Hawks, because it was a Hawks home game. And it's got the Hawks thing, and they're saying our Hawthorn Football Club does not promote, will not play or promote sports betting, gambling.
Yeah.
And then in the
dude,
commercials.
that's the big screen.
Yeah.
Then you look down to the bottom level, you just see nothing but sports betting ads. Like
well, that's
running the entire
advertising at the stadium. Yeah.
Because the stadium has got no problem with sports betting.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand what I'm saying? There's too many fingers in too many different pies now, and they're conflicting the message big time. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's starting to annoy me. The fact that they're conflicting everything depending on where you're coming from or who you're playing for or who you work for.
Yeah.
They can't keep doing this.
No, of course not.
It's like the
Well,
game
because it
thing.
affects, exactly, like in a sense, like I was saying before, like whether you work somewhere, or of course you're going to work somewhere, but I mean, like if you're working at a place and you come under scrutiny somewhere, whether it's on social media or whatever, they'll just release you. They'll just get the sack of you because you're bringing unwanted attention to our company, just like that.
Okay, see, then there's the easy Folau argument, right? But it depends, because when you sign up... Okay,
Did you hear about that game developer this week?
Which one?
The one that offed himself.
No.
is this what you were talking about the other day? What was his name? Do you remember?
I don't know his name.
Who do you work for?
I can't remember.
Big company or?
Hang on, I'll
think it
Google it.
Oh, hang on a second.
Just so I know what I'm Googling,
I think
that's all.
this does sound familiar.
So he was accused. He was accused of toxic behaviour, harassment, by someone who claims that everybody harasses them all the time.
Yeah.
So
in the workplace.
In the workplace. What he did, it sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
But there you go, Night in the Woods developer.
Got it.
I did hear this, yeah. I did hear this.
So just from an allegation online on Twitter,
Yeah.
straight away got him sacked from his job.
Yeah.
Kicked off the.
These are indie, right? These are
kicked off a team. Like kicked off the team.
Yeah.
Sacked. And he basically just killed himself.
Yeah.
So who holds that responsibility then?
Well, I don't know. What do you think? He had a history of mental illness.
I think it's a workplace thing. The company, even though it's an indie company, they still should have had some level of, support for their staff. And
True.
There's a lot of harassment, abuse in game companies at the moment, especially Riot. The ones that do
I've
League
heard
of
about
Legends.
Riot.
They
yeah.
are notoriously bad for sexual harassment.
Who are Riot?
They do League of Legends. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, they actually have a office in Sydney now as well because they've got money to splash. But they're notoriously they're on the news all the time about harassment in workplace, bad ethics, terrible sexual harassment from the male staff.
Is that because the industry's still catching up?
I think so. I think there's a blind eye to it, and it's just okay. It's seen as an okay thing, and it's just fucking not.
Do you hear about that girl that she's in jail? I think she's in jail now. There was a guy. She had a broken down car, and the guy went over to help her out.
I saw the video. Yeah,
yeah. He went over to help her out, got her car started, then followed her down the road just to make sure that the car was okay. And I think it died again or whatever, conked out. Then she claimed that he sexually assaulted her.
Yeah.
Literally in a week, he got taken to prison, got taken to lockup or whatever. In that week, his wife filed for divorce, he lost his job, full meltdown, and then it comes out that she lied.
Yeah, there was an actual CCTV of him helping her in the driveway and stuff. Yeah.
And then they said, and then it's well, you've destroyed this guy's life in a matter of seconds, and you lied.
Yeah.
Then she was apparently sentenced to time, and she got out immediately.
Yeah.
We're appealing. She walked free.
Yeah. I think. Do you hear about now? He's a YouTuber. Is it Jared Pro?
Jared Pro.
Yeah, he basically got accused of all this stuff earlier in the year, and the person who accused him of whatever he did said that they were on a E3 panel, I think.
Yeah.
And they were talking together, and certain things happened.
It's always an E3 it happens.
Yeah. And then it comes out. It comes out at the actual panel that he was accused of. Yeah. He never attended that event at all.
Oh.
Whatever happens at E3 stays at E3.
Apparently not, because it always is in the news.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, he's come out now and basically put everything that
Did
came
he lose
out.
his channel?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I agree to the point where you're saying things are catching up, but I also think there's a lot of bull crap going on as well.
It's too complicated.
There's a lot of crap going on, and I think it's just blown out of proportion. A lot of it.
But that's personal. That's people's personalities, just being shit human beings.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Because it could be. Look, there's genuine, harassment, genuine sexual harassment, whatever it is.
And there's unfortunately a lot of bullshit.
Do you know what I love? I love it when in this. You know how we live now for likes, and followers, and you're an influencer if you have 2,000 followers on Instagram, right? Nothing. I love how every now and then society gives you a little win and a window into the way we're meant to function. The example I'm going to give you is Boonk Gang. Anyone ever heard of him?
I'm sorry, what? Who?
Boonk Gang.
No.
Okay, he was it was a Instagram viral guy, right? He basically walked into a Popeye's chicken or something. This is years ago. Walked into a Popeye's chicken and just walked around behind the counter, grabbed food and walked away.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
And then threw it in the air or something and did dance or whatever, some shit. It became notorious.
Was that his content?
Yeah, his hashtag. It started as a joke or whatever, and his hashtag. I talked about him on the podcast maybe a year and a half ago. It started as his hashtag was gang shit Boonk Gang, right? All types of gang shit going on, and he would just go into a barber, get a haircut. He's filming himself getting a haircut, and then he'd do a bolt, right? Just do a runner. And apparently it wasn't faked, it wasn't staged, it was always doing this sort of shit. Just walk into a department store, put on a pair of nice shoes and walk out and all that crap. Eventually the fame, the viral thing started getting bigger, and all stupid things starts getting sensationalized.
Yeah.
It's got 50 million followers, all that sort of crap, to the point where he starts getting face tats and just looks like a freak, man.
Yeah.
Bad. It's so sad, man, because he was actually a good looking dude who was homeless apparently, part of the struggle story, whatever.
Yeah.
And then just basically, mutilated himself for Instagram, basically. Yeah. And I remember just looking at, I remember when I brought this up about a year ago. I'm going to go through the episodes because I know Aurora was here and Nick was here. I don't know if Alex was around, but it was definitely at least us three. And I was talking about it, and I was going through Bad Baby, Cash Me Outside, and all these viral sort of sensations that pop up. Yeah. And it's how long are these people going to be around for? What are they even basing their notoriety on? Yeah. Boonk Gang must have been 6 months ago, maybe longer. He had like stupid amount of followers, like 50 million, like something crazy. Yeah, and he was driving around Bugattis and doing all that sort of crap. Overnight, his accounts got wiped off Instagram because he filmed himself jamming some bird, like live on Instagram. And Instagram, you're not allowed to even show nipple. Yeah? So for whatever reason, he streamed him and some bird hooking up.
Yeah.
Like graphic as hell.
Yeah.
Overnight, gone. Like that.
Yeah.
And then it became like a whole battle thing for getting his account back up. And then like he's gone and registered a new account. And then like Instagram held him to task basically for violating the code of conduct and all that sort of crap.
Yeah.
And I remember like, oh my God, like that's crazy. So he started a whole bunch of new accounts or whatever and started rebranding himself. But I looked at it and the growth of his account, like I would check in every, say, couple of days or a week, like you'd see him pop up and he'd have like another 1 million followers.
Yeah.
And it's just growing like a beast, like just growing like this germ.
Yeah.
He does that just based on human error or human consciousness or whatever, yeah, gone overnight. And then his accounts like just disappeared into nothing. And I'm like, whatever happened to that guy? So I Googled him and tried to find him on Insta. His new account's got like no followers, like minuscule compared to the behemoth that he had actually become. So for me, that's like a little win for society because it's like people see that, it gets shut down, everyone forgets about it.
Yeah.
True. But the sad thing is, actually, it probably has nothing to do with people not actually following him. It's probably got more to do with the algorithm that's hiding him.
That's what I'm saying.
They've just chosen to just hide his account more.
At the same
not
time,
that people aren't.
At the same time,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty of it. I'll be following 100 accounts or whatever, and then all of a sudden someone will disappear. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Because unless you search for him or he actively comes up in related posts, you won't know.
No, you won't know.
Even like with models, man. Like sometimes, like even the Instagram models that I follow.
Yeah.
Like, hey, whatever happened to that bird, man? She was hot. I'm trying to remember her name. They're all faceless now because you follow 1,000 accounts. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? You follow 100 different accounts. I'm following like 10 different AFL accounts. If one dropped off tomorrow, I wouldn't know the difference.
There was that, probably about 2 months ago, I think it was, on Instagram, I think it was, some model lost her account. And she was like full on crying. She's like, "Oh, without Instagram, I'm nothing."
Oh, yeah.
And
nothing.
Yeah. And I think she started a Patreon. I have no qualifications. Without Instagram, I'm nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
Get a job.
Go get a job. Yeah.
Get a job, mate.
You don't need qualifications to serve fries.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? Like, that's your little friend over there that you were saying about. Like, there's two things that are so wrong with that.
I'll bring it up.
that like we don't discuss. And one is like he's sitting there robbing people in broad daylight and filming.
It's funny.
But Instagram don't delete his accounts for criminal activity. But when he's slamming a bird, hey, we draw the line here. All right, you
His
can murder
name's
someone.
John Gabbana. Look at him. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Musical artist.
Yeah, he actually started some hip hop. I don't think I've ever heard anything, but he got both sides of his jaw broken. That was in July. What? Would you like to hear a song that he's made?
Please no.
Not particularly.
Yeah, no. Please no.
Please no.
But you know what the other thing I was going to say was, like, Instagram and Facebook and all that shit where you rely on likes and followers. It just reminds me of, like, the one-hit wonders of, like, the music industry.
Yeah.
When music industry
that's right.
was the
Exactly.
thing. You know, before the internet was such a big thing, you'd have one-hit wonders. And that's kind of like how I see the transition of technology now. Like, it's the same as then.
You're saying the one-hit wonders are now flourishing on Instagram?
Correct. They're one-hitters. You forget about them because they have a good moment.
Think about it, yeah.
Yeah. And then they just disappear. If you don't hear something from them again, you don't look them up. You don't follow them.
Do you still have one-hit wonders with music as much as you used to?
I actually don't know. That's a good question.
It's always the same big names all the time now.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, because they've sort of done what Australia has done with public figures. They've done that with music. Do you know why? It's because you have artists now collaborating with other artists more than ever.
Featuring.
I mentioned this years ago. I said, back in the day, Elvis would do Elvis albums till the day he died.
Yeah.
And he might do a duet with Dolly Parton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
And then he does a Bob Dylan cover.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Brown is performing with French Montana every second week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
What are you
everyone's
laughing?
covering everyone.
Why is this guy smiling?
Because I thought of Chris Brown with the new Chappelle stand-up.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
I saw the ad for it.
It's so wrong, but it's so good.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It just reminds me of an old, like a stand-up from the 80s.
Yeah.
It just
I
reminds
was watching all of his stand-up.
It just reminds me of like Delirious or Raw, just everything about it, where he just goes off, does not care what he talks about. He clearly states it straight away within the first 5 minutes, like, you know,
this is wrong.
No, he's just like, you got to watch it.
I'll watch it. Don't worry, I'll watch it.
He goes, you know, like when people come out online and they say things.
Yeah.
I'm more of a naysayer. He goes, well, Chris, like along the lines of like Chris Brown just hit Rihanna, and I'm like, you know, he just beat her up, and Chappelle goes, you know, I'm a bit of a naysayer. He's like, well, what did Rihanna say to Chris Brown? You know, just along those lines, you know.
Like to bring the argument. Yeah, Bill Burr said something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
Yeah. Now his kicking just doesn't fall out of the sky.
Go, wait. I remember that. Do you watch Bill Burr, man?
I did. I did then. I haven't watched recently.
Really?
He doesn't do recent, does he?
Bill Burr, he's got a new Netflix special.
Yeah, it's coming out soon too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's the No Reason to Hit a Woman. That's what it was.
I've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
There you go. The Chris Brown. It was the Chris Brown one just underneath it. Oh yeah, that's the one. You found it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Hang on.
I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that.
I love his voice.
Yeah,
Let me
it's just Boston.
Olive Branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole.
Tuna casserole.
All right. I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist. They should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky.
Dude, I watched this with my mum and she was in tears, man.
Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating. That some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? It's every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying. Just saying, dude, in your heart of hearts, what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream? And you know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck. Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker. Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my own.
That's so good. That is so good.
How the hell did we go to that dark, man? We're talking about WoW. Seriously?
So I'll see you guys on tonight, or?
Yeah. What am I playing? I'm playing Sniper Elite 4.
Oh yeah, do you like it?
Is it good?
Oh yeah. No, it's good.
I find it really slow. I've got it as well, but I find it slow.
It's a type of game that you'd have to take slow. You can't just
what do you
snipe
know
everyone
about
really
what do you
quick.
know about the sniper the sniper position, dude? Is it a fast-paced
What, do you want to show me on this couch?
No. No, I'm just saying. Is snipering a fast-paced
No, but
activity?
I mean, like, the game itself, like, getting into the game felt really...
Which one did you play?
4.
Oh, you played it?
I've got it, yeah. I only bought it on special or something. 6 months ago?
You paid for it? What have you got it on, PC or...
I always pay for things.
Fuck off, idiot.
Fitgirl.com.
No. I got it as a... This guy told me about it. It got released as, what's it called? A free game?
PlayStation.
PlayStation Store.
Oh,
yeah,
the
like
PS Plus.
two or three free games a
you
month.
bastards.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I bought it on PC. It was like $10.
You're an idiot.
There's 2 good ones this month, I think.
What,
Really
free
good
games?
Yeah. Darksiders 3.
And
There's something... they're both good. They're both really good games. Like AAA title games.
yeah, Darksiders 3 and
But
I remember what the other one was.
I don't know. Anyway,
I think I've got it.
of course you do.
I
You
can't remember
download everything. You download them as soon as they're free. You download them.
He's only got a limited amount of space, though.
No, but he downloads them.
I got the
You got the hard drive in?
the 2.5 terabyte inside,
Well, probably download
as well
them
as the
all.
external, which is another 2 terabyte.
Yeah, he downloads them and just leaves them there forever.
Well, why not? As long as my account's active, I've got it.
Yeah, you have access to it, yeah.
I can go back and play it any time. Why not? I'm paying for it.
Hey, Darksiders 3 is like a $100 game, so...
$100 membership a year, you get over $1,000 worth of games
Mine
a year.
actually just
Take advantage of it.
mine re-upped like 2 days ago. I was looking at my credit card thinking, shit, I need to pay some of this off. And all of a sudden, like that night, $89 or whatever got charged. I went, like,
Yeah, I copped this. I'm like, I'm going to cancel it. I don't touch my PS4. I'm PC all the way
I know,
now.
that's what I was going to say. Why?
I forgot auto-renew.
You got to turn that
It's
off,
a
man.
1-year commitment, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then you say to yourself, I'll turn it off in a couple of days. You
Turn it off on the spot,
You can't be
man.
bothered. You can't be bothered. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I can't complain because, to be fair, Sniper Elite I downloaded and I played. I downloaded For Honor. And
I
that
like
was
that
free.
game.
For Honor's good.
I like
That was
a
free.
very good
I
game.
played that. I downloaded Hitman. I got maybe 10 hours out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've downloaded a few free games. But I'll say that I got my money's worth because I have downloaded it.
Yeah, I just add everything to library when you get the games. Like, I'll never play them, but at least I'll have them. You know?
Yeah.
Just one day if he's got...
One day,
if
they
he's
had,
got-
not Dark Souls, what was it?
They did have Dark Souls.
Yeah, what was the one that was like the Victorian era one?
Demon Souls?
Was that Vampire Killer one?
It was the same dudes that make Dark Souls, but it was like,
I remember there was a vampire game.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. Yeah, that's it.
That was free, so I'm like, why not?
Was
That
it?
was a good game.
Yeah.
I saw reviews for that, but I didn't actually play it.
Fucking brutal.
You gotta have patience for those games. If you rage just from being killed in a shooter after 3 times, you won't last with those games.
I broke 3. I actually broke. Legitimately, I promise you, I'm not overreacting. I broke 3 controls on Bloodborne. I broke 3 controls.
You think I rage? You haven't seen him.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
Look at him, man. The eyes are already starting to...
I
Just the
played-
memories.
I learned Japanese on this app, and occasionally I'll play with people from Japan because they want to play with foreigners and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll play with them, and they'll hear me rage, and I don't hear from them again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of them are listening to the podcast, but like the other people I play with, they're like,
Are you serious?
"You're crazy." Like, nah, I can't. You're too angry. I'm like, I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at the shit game. It's
I love how the game is shit.
poor fucking design.
What makes you rage?
So for Apex, there's no footsteps when people are walking around behind you.
Oh, really?
And they walk up behind
That's
you, they
pretty crap.
fucking shotgun you in the back, and you're like, "Where are
that-
the footsteps?"
That should just that's like a basic thing that should be in
It's the
every
first-
shooter.
In a shooter,
Dude,
Yeah.
the rise of the Triad had footsteps. Like, literally the first shooter ever.
That is hence why I'm always getting new headsets, because I've got to narrow down on those footsteps.
But like I just bought a new headset, right?
Yeah.
And I said to my missus, I'm like, I have to buy a new headset because I can't hear the footsteps. Something's wrong. I got home, so I got on my mate that I usually play with on Apex, and I'm like, I got a new headset. I can hear everything.
Damn Apex!
Just snap
7.1 surround. I'm on the surround now.
Yeah.
And I get into Apex.
I can hear everything.
I jump in, I loot my gun, I get my armor, I'm running around. Am I going to find someone? I get shot from behind. Like, right behind me. The guy's walking up right behind me, and I'm like, what the I just splurged like $300 on the headset.
Yeah, that's
it's
stuff.
the game.
Yeah.
Why do you write to them and tell them?
Everyone else writes them. You look at their Reddit. The Reddit's fucked, dude.
Do you spend time on Reddit?
A little bit. I followed like some gravure, whatever the fuck you call them, models on here, and I keep getting notifications from other things that I never subscribe to. I don't even know how to use it.
Do you use Reddit?
Use it a fair bit.
As in, like, actually jump on Reddit and search? Or how does it work?
I just got my favourites, all my things that I follow, and then I'll just get...
It's a forum. It's a forum that's like...
Yeah, you got like your page. Yeah, you got your page. Like, not your page, you got like your main
Yeah.
thingy, and then everything that you're subscribed to, it'll... have them up there, on the front page.
Okay.
Or you can swipe, because I use it on the phone. So if you swipe to the right, then we'll have like the main page, which is most popular for everybody.
Because I do like, I'll Google shit and then see like a Reddit link. So I usually open it up to get like a wider opinion on something.
Yeah.
But I don't actually use Reddit.
It is
I haven't
good.
got it installed.
Yeah, like it's
There's a lot of, but people are like, that is the place they put their opinions.
Okay, so what makes you rage in a game besides footsteps in Anthem?
Anthem, no,
Apex. Forgive me.
People you're playing with are shit or like worse than you, which I guess I shouldn't be raging about that.
Okay.
Oh, but sometimes if it's like, just basic stuff that they know they should be doing.
Yeah. If it's like someone's looking at a piece of armor and they get shot, and you're like, you're like saying to them, pick up the armor, pick up the armor, pick up the armor, and they're just staring at it, and you're like, press fucking E and pick up the armor. I try not to rage, but like if that keeps happening, it's not the first time I rage, by the way. Like I'll play a couple of games and it will happen. I'll be like, all right, new people, it's okay, they'll get used to it. But then if you see the same name and you've told them what to do in other games and you see them again, you're like, okay, there's potential here.
There's been a bit of time.
We've had some practice,
some time to grow,
right? And then like one thing that gets me is in Apex, right? Like someone's usually the person who picks their hero. If you don't random, if you pick it, you drop from the plane because it's a battle royale. You drop out of a plane and aim down and parachute.
Yeah.
You have to press W and aim down for speed. Otherwise, you're not going to get down. You're just going to keep.
You're just kind of floating in starfish position.
Yeah. And like people will drop out of the plane
just like that.
They won't push W. They won't look down, and you're just floating in the air. And you see everyone
shot
else
out of the sky.
Yeah, everyone else is flying past you, getting guns and shit, and you're like, push W. No.
I'm honestly going to install that game just to create an account, just to get online, look for you, and just do that every time.
Get on Apex and play with me. And
look how red he is, man. All you're doing is only reminiscing, and you're red.
I'm going to look at it now, and I bet you there's people on Apex. I can call them on Discord for you. And it's
what makes you rage?
The simpler stuff, basically, because I'm not so much. I'm with shooters as well, but more so with like objective based.
Yeah.
More like I don't play Apex, but I play like Destiny online.
Yeah.
When it's like, say with Destiny, if it's quick play, I couldn't care less. You're just playing with randoms. You're always playing with randoms, whatever. But when like they do their once a month event, which is Iron Banner,
Yeah.
That stuff matters because you're playing for armor, you're playing for quests.
Yeah. That stuff matters.
And basically, with Iron Banner, you got to cap flags.
I'm just going to cut you off for a second.
Yeah.
That what you just said now has peaked your recording level. That is the most passionate thing you've said ever on a podcast. Him.
Oh.
You peak out all the time because you lose it. But I'm just saying he's very reserved and soft spoken. That is the most.
I can tell he's getting passionate.
That is the loudest, clearest, claritable thing that I've seen in a year of recording.
Other times he's like looking over here and he's like,
He's not right in the mic.
He's getting in there. He wants everyone to hear this.
Yes. If there's any Destiny players listening online, when you're playing Iron Banner, cap the flags.
Do you know what's funny, man? Like
that's the whole point of Iron Banner.
I don't even feel that bad about Iron Banner. It's if you're playing Trials of Osiris or something.
Yeah, well, they're not doing that anymore. They're discontinuing it completely. Yeah. They said it might come back.
Probably not a bad thing.
Too many people were like, what do you call it, lag switching and just finding ways to hack it and all that.
Yeah.
But basically, with Iron Banner, there's in all the PvP, like in all the objective based ones, there's three flags. The more flags you have, you get more points for every kill. So if you got 2 flags, you get 2 points for a kill.
Yep.
You're holding 3 flags, you get 3 points.
And you get a small time bonus, right? Time tick. I'm pretty sure you get 1 per 5 seconds.
Yeah, you get a little bit more than you would normally if you're on 1 or whatever. But when you play an Iron Banner, the point is to cap all 3 flags, because the second you cap all 3, all the flags lock out for 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you got 30 seconds to kill as many players as you can and get 3 points for every kill.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to blow out.
Look at him,
blow out teams.
Yeah. It's a game. It's a game winner, basically.
So the thing that absolutely chased my balls,
game breaker.
like I said, any Destiny players playing Iron Banner, cap the flags. Don't just stand around and try and get as many kills as you can when you're only on 1 flag.
It's an objective-based game.
Yeah.
The objective is not to just kill first.
Yeah, because there's no point getting as many kills as you can when you're only on one flag.
And shit.
Exactly. That's one of them.
It does get me. That does,
because you're within.
You see someone standing next to the flag.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Like stand in there. Yeah, just stand in there. And the other thing is probably just latency.
Do you see the difference here?
Yeah.
Do you see the difference? Because you haven't played online with me, but you have. What rages me out?
You're just dying all the time.
Yeah. Huh? But why?
Because you're crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? But this
I can say it. He's just like,
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
because it depends on what we're playing.
Like he like in Battlefield 1, like he was really good with it.
Yeah.
He wasn't so good with the killing.
Yeah, the medic.
But as a medic, he was fantastic.
He did tell me.
He'd just throw smoke down, go in there, revive
And he
everyone,
said
and
he
come
loved
back.
it. Yeah.
He'd be he'd be top 5
Standard.
each round.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And he'd be like on 3 kills but 20 deaths.
Yeah.
But he'd be up there with the points. He'd be there within 1,000 or 2 points of
You're
the top.
doing your job.
Yeah.
Right? This is the difference, though. Okay? If I play, I play online.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever raged at anyone else because they were either part of my team or whatever for them not doing their job. I don't even give a shit because I'm not invested in it the way you guys are. Look at you, you're both looking at me with red eyes.
I'm shaking. I'm hiding my hands because I'm shaking right now.
This guy had his arms folded. I'm feeling like I'm backed into a wall.
I've got my hands in my shoes. That's how much I'm shaking.
I'm actually really nervous for the first time ever in your company. No.
And you are backed into a corner.
Yeah, literally.
The door's behind me, not you.
He's going to have to
No. I'm just saying this is the difference. You guys are so invested into the actual gameplay and you know the mechanics and you know the outcome that you can achieve and you should be achieving. So everything is integral, and you guys are paying attention to what's happening around you as far as the team and the team effort to get to point A to point B.
Yeah.
Whereas I jump online, I don't give a shit. I just want to enjoy the moment
And
of
that's
actually.
okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying the difference between you guys and me as far as gaming.
Yeah.
I play video games as much as you guys do, but I don't play that competitive element of it.
Do you put... I think the reason why I started raging, because I wasn't always raging at games.
Really?
Yeah, no. I used to be cool, calm, and collected about it.
You've got a little rage. It makes me so mad.
I wasn't a rager, like I just wasn't. And then when I started putting a lot of time and effort into reading strategies, guides, learning mechanics, learning these things, making videos on YouTube for like kills and bosses and stuff like that. And when people that I've done all this work for, I've given all this information. I've said, this is the timing, this is where you need to stand, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to kill first. When you give them all that information, and they still fuck up,
Yeah, because
and they routinely, consistently fuck up.
you're forgetting it's a game to them. They don't care.
No, but you say
No,
at the
but
start,
you're saying-
if you join my guild, this
Yeah.
is what to expect. If
Okay.
you don't take it seriously,
So
get
there's
the fuck out.
Disclaimer.
No, it's true because like with
Rule
with your
number one,
guilds,
you
with
don't
guilds,
talk about Fight Club.
It's the same as Destiny.
yeah, there's
Rule number two,
requirements.
if you
There's
do
Do not
app.
talk about Fight
Dude,
Club.
there's a fire team app. If you jump onto it, and it will say like, "Don't be shit," or "Don't don't go
There's
into it
requirements.
expecting."
Yeah, you have to be active.
be bad.
Like on Discord, you have to be active on Discord. We're
Yeah.
on certain amount of nights. This is a type of like fire team clan we are. We play a lot of competitive. We'll play a lot of raids. You have to be able to
Was
keep
it
up.
you that sent me that article about Red Dead 2? The clans in
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Did you ever read about it?
No. Yeah.
Basically, people took Red Dead, right, and they tried to turn it into what GTA 5 was.
Okay.
You know, it was just like
Online.
yeah.
grief killing,
Like
and
a heavy,
like just arcadey as shit. And Red Dead isn't that type of game. I remember reading about the making of Red Dead, and basically they were saying how the average occurrence rate in any other game is like set at like 10 seconds or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just fudging the numbers now, right?
Yeah.
But basically, let's say a game like GTA or whatever, your character basically interacts with the world. Let's say they're running forward.
Yeah.
It's set to have an interaction every X amount of seconds.
With the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, if you're running forward, let's say for 10 seconds, something will happen that will
Like a
trigger.
person will
whether a
come
person will come out, a car will come at you, a
This
quest
is in
will-
story mode or online?
generally in
Oh,
story
okay.
mode. Let's
The
just
game
say
itself.
story mode.
Yeah.
The game
I thought you were
itself.
talking about something else.
No. I read this ages ago. Yeah, when I was.
I never thought about that.
Because I read
Interesting.
this is the general mechanic for the way all games are sort of made, especially
Yeah.
open world games.
Yeah.
Like Far Cry 5.
So it doesn't look boring.
Yeah, so if you're in Far Cry 5 and you're driving, expect in, like, let's say 10
Drive-bys.
seconds, an animal comes out,
Yeah.
a quest comes out, someone comes shooting at you.
Yeah.
Red Dead specifically is set at a slower interaction time.
Yeah.
So you're now riding for 20 seconds or even 30 seconds
Before
before something happens. That forces you to get immersed into the world you're actually playing.
Okay.
So you're not constantly looking for like distractions.
Yeah.
You're actually taking in the scope of the land.
Yeah.
And it gives you a sense of perception.
Yeah.
Gives you a sense of content and contrast and just context. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're now waiting 30 seconds so the world feels a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, when people got on from GTA expecting Red Dead to be like a GTA open worlder, and they started trying to grief and all that sort of crap, they realised they couldn't. There's still people that grief, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a clan.
This is what
This is what I'm going to say. There was a clan, one or two clans or whatever that became prominent. Their lists were massive. Their waiting periods to get in was.
You had to write an essay of application.
You had to write an application. It was like joining like the Banditos or something.
But it's like a role play clan.
Yep.
So they actually they got like tenants, is that what the word is? And they don't grief.
Yeah.
They literally when they ride into town they'll ride side by shoulder by shoulder. Synchronized.
Yeah.
They all leave at the same time.
Yeah.
They don't sprint, they'll walk the horse into the town.
They'll do a wagon trail where there'll be 50 people all in synchronized lines, all just trotting along. No one's sprinting.
And it puts people off attacking them in towns because they see so many of them. They try it once or twice.
That's weird because like other games have specific servers for roleplay. Like WoW has specific roleplay servers. If you're not roleplaying, you don't belong there.
It was not necessarily roleplaying, but it was more in line of it wasn't exactly roleplaying, but it was more in line with let's pretend they're like a bikie gang. Yeah, like,
it's the same clan that did the bikie gang in GTA 5.
Yeah,
the bikie
let's
DLC.
Pretend, let's say they're the Banditos. Yeah, they have a strict charter of rules where it's like. When we're together, like when we all ride, you're expected to play for a certain amount of hours.
Of course.
You have to pop up once every 2 days or something. And there are rules, so like no griefing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't ride out of single formation where you just ride in gun ho by yourself, start blazing people up.
Yeah.
Literally, I think a tire was sort of loose, but you just had to show affiliation. I can't remember what.
Yeah.
But when I read about that, I actually got interested in it because, man, I blitzed through Red Dead. Like, I played nearly every side quest, but I just smashed it, And I did lose some of the content because of it.
Yeah.
When I went back and played on my own again and I wasn't focused on finishing it, that really happened after golf because the guys we play online with, they finished it before I did. And then I sort of caught up thinking, I'll get to where they are and we'll go on. But they all started playing Destiny 2 because of DLC.
That's what happened.
Skins got released.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, we've still been playing them for like 5 months later.
Fuck off.
We didn't give up after a week.
The defensive shield.
Anthem.
That was at the start of the year, Dim.
I don't want to do
You're talking about the past. Living in the past, man.
Anthem doesn't even exist anymore.
That just doesn't. That's just a blank memory.
Go on with this. This is interesting.
My point is so I sort of cracked it. I'm like, that's when I said, screw this.
Yeah.
I literally didn't play again. But when I got back into Red Dead on my own and I started playing online mode on my own, I knew that you'd have to build your shit up. But so by taking everything, hunting and farming and all that sort of crap, I started playing on my own. Right, online, but on my own, just usually in that ceasefire mode, where you can't, they can't scope on you.
Yeah.
Man, I just started taking the game in again.
Yeah.
But I was playing sectional pieces where the day would end, and I'd done nothing, but I probably hadn't ridden further than 500 meters of where I was.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm finding myself just walking along on a horse, looking around,
completely immersed.
Hey, where am I? Like, this is cool.
It's appreciation. You're appreciating the game, and not a lot of people do that.
That actually got me interested in it again, man. I would have, if I actually had the time to invest in the actual game and follow, I would have looked at joining one of those clans.
Yeah.
Because it is immersive, man. You see all the detail.
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos of NPCs on Red Dead? Have you seen them online? You haven't seen them?
No.
It shows the level of how far
the movements and stuff.
The movements of NPCs while you're playing. So they'll be like, they'll show the same scene over, but from 100 different angles. So let's say it's you and me in Valentine walking into the bank, yeah? And then a shootout starts. They will go as far back as to where the first camp is in, is it
in Valentine, the one just outside?
Just outside of Valentine. They'll go almost as far back as that, and characters are still reacting because they can hear the gunshot in Valentine. They're basically going as far back as they can.
Oh, like they're panning the camera back, not that the NPCs are running that way.
As far back as to where the gunshot can still be heard. And it's stretching like a K out. Like, I mean, a considerable distance. And the draw and like the detail the characters have got and their reactions. Like women, shooting their kids. And then if they're further out and they're just in the middle of, doing nothing, they sort of just look off in the distance and then talk to each other like, what the hell was that? Dude, it's brutal. And that's what pisses me off. The effort, like you said, it's warranted when, it's not warranted, but it's understandable when a company may be overworking, doing overtime, like 120 hours in the game, but you said it's warranted when you look at a final product like Red Dead 2. But if you're griefing, if you're doing all the crap that everything else gets lost in the translation, man. As far as I'm concerned, it's underappreciated. Yeah. Red Dead 2, would you call Red Dead 2 a work of art?
Yeah.
Would you consider it a work of art?
Yeah, definitely.
Could you okay, look at it this way. You're talking about esports being put in the Olympics, yeah? So that's something to aspire to as far as an athlete goes, yeah? We disagree, but I'm just saying, in your eyes.
Yeah.
Could Red Dead 2 be discussed in schools as a case study?
Possibly.
I think many games can. I don't think it's just limited to Red Dead. No. I mean, you look at Destiny, and that's an art.
I'm just saying, I'm using Red Dead 2 as an example because it's recent. We've all played it. We know it, and it's literally like a game. It is a definitive. It's a benchmark. It's a benchmark in gaming.
Set the line. Yeah,
it is. Okay, could you say to kids in school they could aspire to be an e-gamer? I've asked you this before.
Yeah,
right? I mean, put it in point of context with this discussion right now.
But there's so many things you can get out of that. You don't have to label it like e-gamer. You can be like, do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be a coder? Do you want to be a professional gamer? Do you want to There's so many things. Do you want to be a voice actor? There's so many things in making a game. So many people are involved. So many different techniques. So many different skill sets are involved in making the game.
Man.
You can literally take Red Dead and be like, kids, play 15 minutes of this slowly. Look around, touch things, see things, and kids might just get inspired and be like, "This is beautiful. I want to draw art. I want to
shoot the what are those that Irish game called in Red Dead 2? What are they called? I can't.
Not the Brood.
No.
They were
no, it's a wrong
rednecks. They were redneck. They were full on.
What's the name of the main gang in Red Dead 2?
You've got me now.
Oh, it's
I'll look this up. I have to find the name now because you say it 1,000 times. Red Dead 2 gangs. Hang on.
Real life gangs, role playing, cosplay.
Hang on, the Lemoyne Raiders.
Lemoyne, that's it.
They're yeah.
Yeah, I was right. The Brood, the Murphy Brood.
Oh, Murphy. Who are they?
They're the rednecks up in the top right that they come to when you're at the camp. Hey, buddy.
That's when you're trying to ride to your camp and they come out of nowhere.
Yeah. But if you scared the crap out of me the first time I set up camp in the top right. Because I wasn't expecting that.
Nice pants.
They come up to you with a knife and I think they take your horse. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Scared the crap out of me. Because I wasn't expecting it.
The Delobo.
I was talking.
The Delobo gang are the ones up in the north west in the snow.
They're the Mexican ones, aren't they?
Yeah, where you kill off the dude.
The gunslinger.
Yeah, you go after the gunslinger. It's one of the first missions. I don't remember half these gangs. The Skinner brothers, who are they?
I forgot there were so many.
I don't remember Skinner. Maybe they might have been in New Austin.
I seriously don't remember these. I remember Delobo. I remember Lemoyne, obviously. Man, that's a good game. Anyway, well, look at it that way. Could Red Dead 2 be discussed as a form of art? Like in English or something?
I think the problem that it would have is that it is an old Western game set around guns.
Well,
what? We discuss Romeo and Juliet like it's a timeless piece of art.
Of course we do.
And what's Romeo and Juliet about? It's about a 17-year-old guy who jams a 13-year-old girl and like 6 people die.
Yeah.
Literally.
But that's art. Whereas this is modern times, right? This is like, it's so dumb how we perceive things.
Well,
I don't know.
What they could do is, if you look at Assassin's Creed Origins, they released a second section where it was just full-on exploration of Egypt.
Yeah.
They could do this. Yeah.
Exploration mode.
Yeah, you can just go into exploration mode and you can go, like, I think a bird or, I don't know, I haven't tried it. Yeah.
I smashed Origins.
You can go wherever you want that you've already been in the map, but there's just no violence whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a literal...
It's a cruise through.
Yeah, you just go where you want and it gives you information on that town or pyramid or whatever. They can do the exact same thing for Red Dead.
That actually makes me want to revisit that game.
They could do that for Red Dead.
Origins was the best, man.
A lot of people don't have the patience, though. Like, a lot of people that play games don't have patience. They want shit fast, they want it now, and they're happy to like yell at people on Reddit and developers and abuse them if they don't. Yeah.
Hence the gameplay loop that's been like...
Yeah.
They've narrowed down the gameplay loop that you get a reward every 60 seconds.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So it's a dopamine hit.
It's correct, yeah. It's to keep people satisfied, basically. Keep them happy.
What do you mean a reward every 60 seconds?
Majority of video games now have some sort of complete task completion within 60 seconds.
Oh, as a general task?
Yeah, just a task. So every 60 seconds
A
you're
reward.
completing something. Yeah.
There's a reward every 60 seconds.
It doesn't have to be like, as in like a weapon, just
Yeah.
clearing a section of an encounter.
Someone's getting a good job.
Yeah.
You've done a good job.
Well done, mate.
Well done.
So,
Have
and
a credit.
And they go, oh, did I? Oh, shit.
and that's the equivalent of your local thingo on Instagram. It is.
It's crazy. There's a link.
There's
There's definitely links.
Yeah, but you know what the equivalent is there, though? Your like on Instagram is no longer monitored. You can't see who likes. You can see who likes your shit, but there's no total number initially on the actual screen.
no.
Really?
No, I'm telling you.
Really?
Like, this is an experiment.
I noticed that.
Because
No, I saw it.
too many people were falling into depression, so they got rid of...
Impression of what?
Because people are building their self-worth on their Instagram likes.
Oh, that's...
It's like Facebook.
Yeah.
Are you still on Facey?
You know what? Some people...
Okay, so you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. There isn't a dislike button on Facey, is there?
No, but I think apparently they're getting
They've been talking
yeah,
about
I heard that.
They were talking about that from the conception of Facebook. Should we put a dislike button? And they said no, because it's going to form too much negative, it's going to circulate too much negativity.
Too many trolls and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why can I only like something? I want to be able to
exactly.
dislike something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
YouTube
has it.
That might go away soon. Who knows?
YouTube comments.
But fuck, that's what I'm saying, dude. You've got in gaming, right? Like you're saying, like in Instagram, yeah?
Yeah.
They literally, it was an experiment they did, maybe it started like a month ago, probably a bit more. And it was literally, we're removing, when you look at a picture, you no longer see automatically how many likes there are.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at your account, I wouldn't be able to see how many likes you have.
You mean the thing where it says like Dwayne Johnson and 1,000 other people have liked this?
Yeah, that's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, I did notice that, yeah.
Yeah, so that way you can't just look at someone's photo and see how many likes it has.
Yeah.
If you look at your own photo, you can't see how many likes it has unless you go into the actual thing. It's
As a
at another step. Yeah, as a statistic.
Yeah.
From what?
Right?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think that has probably nothing to do with, like you said, it's probably like to curb negative stuff.
Yeah.
But that's probably in the long run just to protect themselves. Because then, it wouldn't be good press for a company to come out that some dude killed himself because they got too many negative things on
That's
Facebook.
what I'm saying. It's like, I've said this before, we're the experiment because we're the generation that's been brought up with social media.
We're driving it.
We were the first guinea pigs on this, right?
Yeah.
I think, like a lot of stuff, they're going to put it out there and then they're going to start scaling it back and start tweaking it. They'll go...
Yeah, they'll find a way to perfect it.
They'll drop
essentially.
it. Then, even if it takes 5 years, they might take 2 steps back and pull back something. Then they might go 3 steps forward, and then they might pull back again.
Yeah.
But it's good, dude. Like, think about everything around us, man. Seatbelts weren't a prerequisite.
Yeah.
In cars for how many years, man? How many years were cars around before seatbelts were invented?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's all that sort of stuff. There's fundamentals, man. The things that we did, that were introduced, that we thought were fine, and then it took so many generations to actually correct it, man. It's like driving cars. It's like, how long have they been said that we're going to have automated cars? They're still talking about it. Would you buy a Tesla?
I'd buy one. I wouldn't put it on auto mode.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no
I would
way.
buy one. Yeah, it's quick and it's full of technology and shit, but I wouldn't put it on auto.
Why not?
Did you see the guy that was filmed sleeping on the freeway?
No.
He was sleeping at the wheel, and then the guy next to him like honks him, and he's like,
Are you serious?
"Yeah, he's just sleeping on the freeway."
I think you still got to have your hands on the wheel even if it's in auto mode.
I don't know what the rules are, but he was asleep. He was arms folded.
That defeats the purpose as far as I'm concerned. Why do you have, if you have it in auto mode, why do you have to have your hands at the wheel?
Just in case.
So why have auto mode?
It's like when
Exactly. Exactly. Don't get me started.
unless they overrid it, but
I'll tell you
he
what,
was
though.
completely asleep.
I'll tell you what though. I drive a turret. I've driven a turret forklift. Yeah. Do you know how a turret forklift works?
No.
Oh, genius technology, my friends. This is literally the next frontier. I don't know how long this technology has been around, but do you remember when the guy training me told me about it? I had one flashback.
Terminator 2.
Nah, Simpsons, Seymour Skinner. The money that they would get from, was it the lottery?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, we'll finally have... It was with Fine Left textbooks for that basic crap. Yes. And finally, a state-of-art detention hall where every child is held in place with magnets. Magnets. Always with the magnets. Yeah. Dude, this turret truck runs on magnets. No, we're talking a machine that's 3 times the size of your regular forklift. Like you know when you go to the green grocer and there's that Vietnamese guy with a smoke, like he's just screaming and dropping pallets everywhere. Yeah, picture that. So like from here to maybe where the TV is. Yeah, it's a big beast. You feel like you're driving a tank when you're in it, and you're literally in a turret because you go up, down. Your whole carriage goes up to like 4th level, and you got an extended arm that picks shit up. Yeah. When the guy was training me, he's like, "Trust the machine." The ground has got magnetic lines that run through the warehouse where the racking is. This keeps you in line, so you can basically just lock onto that, and then you can just hit forward and back. You don't have to worry about steering.
So it's like a road. It's like a train.
It's like a train track, but it's entirely a magnet. The strip is literally no thicker than that mic cord, man. It's thin as. I trust that this machine locks on it because, like, you basically turn it off manual mode into auto. It says lock on now, and it finds the wire. It calls it a wire because it's razor thin, man. Finds the wire and then it locks on. Just says, okay, locked onto the wire. You're good to go. And it's got anchor points in the ground where it sort of stops and stores, and you got to override it and then put it back to manual.
So those are your speed bumps,
pretty much. But they're not only at the end of the aisles of the racking. We're talking racking, man. Like they're good. Yeah. 30 metres, 40 metres, like it's a warehouse. I'm in this turret, which weighs 2 ton. I'm going 4 stories up into the air or whatever. I've got a ton or 2 of weight on the front end. I'm hammering that thing like forward and back with my eyes shut, and I trust that it's going to stop. I trust it's going to stop on a dime. I don't have to turn it.
Have you looked into the safety, the fails of this
I haven't needed
turret?
Because I trust, if anything happens, I'm just going to go careening into the racks, So I don't care. I'm safe. Nothing's going to happen. Even if it went off rails. But the guy training me said, just trust the wire. This is revolutionary. And everything is run like that, man. Like, everything's on magnets and, like, all that sort of stuff. Because you have to trust the technology at some point. Does that make sense?
It's like CT scans and all that shit that run on magnets, Like, you just have to trust that it's going to work and not fly out of the machine at 1 billion miles a minute, because they're spinning so fast.
How fast are the CT scanners? It's such a... Is it the CT scanner that does
No,
that?
it's not the CT, it's the other one. It's the non-invasive one. The one with the magnets. It's really loud sound.
MRI
runs
But MRI is the invasive one, isn't it?
No, CT is. CT is the radiation.
Don't you sit in a coffin for an MRI? Not a coffin, like it's a massive
It's
tube.
a massive thing, but it's run on magnets.
It makes like the noise.
Loud noise, yeah. The CT is bloody...
CT is just,
radiation beams spinning at you. I have to do all of them in hospital. It sucks.
Yeah, I've had to do a CT scan and MRIs.
MRI.
Just the time.
What do you mean?
The time you have to be in them for.
Yeah, you have to stay perfectly still. That's what you just like...
Especially the MRI. You just stand there.
Yeah, that one there, you got to...
And you're like, oh yeah, I'll be there 1 hour.
Don't scratch your nose. Don't fart.
Don't fart.
And it's always really cold because the machine like super hot, and it's always got.
You're in that dressing gown with the arse exposed as well.
Yeah, you're on your back and your stomach.
That's actually a real question. Why do they give you the dressing gown where your arse and back is exposed?
Just in case you got to...
I think it's toilet. Toilet necessity.
What if you have a procedure that's got nothing to do with...
But most people don't walk around naked.
No. Dude. Like, if you have surgery, let's say you have surgery on your corneas, they still put you in that gown.
Yeah, but I think it's not restrictive.
Yeah,
it's just loose.
It's easy to get on and off.
So if something happens, they can just shoom.
Yeah, but even the back, put a Velcro thing there, man.
There is a Velcro thing.
The whole thing's exposed.
Depends where you're going. Which hospital are you going at?
I was at
what third world hospital are you going to?
I was at the Alfred, and they were like his. But I mean, I think they expect you to wear
just my
some
area. You fly in, and then all of a sudden, it's like an internment camp.
No, we have none of that string aprons
Cambodia,
here.
you know what I mean?
We're describing Clayton Monash, let's be honest. It's Clayton Monash. We're describing Clayton Monash. They give you like a bamboo underwear or something. Put this on. Can you have a gown? No.
Yeah, but
it's too expensive.
Every doctor has got a British accent or an American accent, like it's numb, and they're coming out, man. This man's bleeding here. I can't, man. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, I think we should wrap it, man. I'm actually exhausted.
I'm hungry. I don't know. I got 100 kilos on me. I need to feed this thing.
I haven't eaten yet, man. I actually left it. You haven't eaten at all.
I've got lasagna waiting for me.
Why didn't you eat before, man? You've been at home all day.
I'm going to eat at 4 o'clock.
What's fucking wrong with you, man?
I'm not going to eat at 4:30.
That's fucked.
I said that at what? I said
It was cooking when I left.
I said that to Nate. I said that to Nate. I caught up with him, my mate Nathan, last Tuesday, and I told him I was going to be free after 3. He's called me up. He's like, "Oh, about chatty. I'm doing something, whatever."
Some dinner.
Yeah, it's like, 3. Do you want to get dinner now? I'm like, dude, it's 4 o'clock. Like, yeah. What's the big deal? You're going to eat at 4:30.
Get it when it comes out fresh.
Go to bed at 6. Look, how old are we, man? I can't.
I got criticised for eating past 7 the other day from someone. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, "Who the hell eats past 7 o'clock?" I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck I want?"
Yeah.
What's a rule on this or something? 5:30, 6 o'clock is dinner time?
Dude, okay. Do you want the honest answer or the... No, there's only one honest answer.
I want the fast answer where we go and eat.
Okay, this is the down the line. After a certain hour, your body doesn't digest food.
After 8 or something, right?
That's not as 8.
Oh, whatever.
How old are you, dude?
2.
You're 22.
2.
2.
Just 2.
You're 2.
Yeah.
You're 2
I don't know,
years
what
old.
kind of answer do you want me to give you?
Okay, at my age, at the advanced age of 35, my digestive tract has
I can't
no
end
longer...
the podcast on this, you know that.
I'm telling you, man.
You have to end it on something different.
I'm just telling you.
All right.
We're not ending anything. I'm just saying, when you get to a certain age, after a certain point, which isn't...
Oh, you're asking... Oh, okay, so I'm 30 soon.
Okay, yes. All right. Fuck my life, man. Like, can you just let...
Get on the couch.
Well, I'm trying to tell you something, man.
Yeah, go.
At a certain age, you literally can't digest food as effectively as you could when you were, like, say, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And the problem is with the wogs, they're the worst of it.
Yeah.
Because these idiots make, like, carb-heavy meals or, like,
Heavy
really
meals, yeah.
heavy, like, you know, like lasagna or something. Or you pull up a, like, yemi star, you know what I mean? Like
just oil with potatoes or
dude,
something.
These Greeks, they make yemi star, you know, the stuffed vegetables, like tomato with the mince and the rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, have some. It's 9:30, man.
Yeah.
Here's some potatoes on the side.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
They have these meals at literally 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
Then they go have a durry or two. They go outside to digest. Dude, they go for a walk. They're like, I'm going to go for a walk. Like, what do you mean? It's like, worked off the dinner. It's now 10:30. And they go for a walk to the edge of their garden to get the hose out so they can spray the concrete down.
Yeah.
And they have like 2 or 3 durries in that time, come back, take a dump, and go to bed.
Yeah.
That's it. You go to bed with all that crap in your gut.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah, of course. Well, that's how sumos put on their weight.
Is it?
They eat a cabbage stew. They literally sit on a little cushion or whatever. They eat like a cabbage stew straight out of the pot, like is right in front of them.
Yeah.
They finish eating and then they just roll over and sleep.
How come you didn't know this?
I don't know if that's true or not. I've never heard that.
He's questioning your integrity.
I mean, I met a sumo in Japan. He never told me that.
I saw it on a documentary.
Oh, well, okay. It could be true. I mean, everyone's different, right? Everyone's got a different...
What was it like meeting a sumo?
It's interesting.
How did you meet him?
They're big. I think the thing is you don't expect them to be that big, but when you, like, meet them... They're not like short.
They don't look that big on camera, but it's zoomed out.
Like,
That's the thing.
I always thought that they're short, fat people.
They're tall, I
but
think. They're
big.
very
Like,
tall. Yeah.
They're
Overall.
Yokozuna heavyweights, man.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that title just by being a little bloke.
No, I know, but you don't think when you see them on TV, they look small. They look short.
Because they're in that crouch position.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also because it's panned out, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see both of them.
Yeah.
But then they put him up against a kid, you know, the kid in the jocks, and the kid's pushing into the guy's gut. He's literally like barely making a dent into
He's
his...
getting sucked in.
Yeah. It's just holding him
That's
from his
dinner.
wrist.
That's how they feed them.
Them, like they're cattle.
Oh, sorry, that's how they feed the sumo.
All right, boys and girls, if you're quiet and stand in line, we can go see the sumos now. You're terrible, man.
That's not.
How did you
Hang on,
meet him?
that's what it's like.
How did you meet him?
We bumped into him by accident.
What do you mean? How do you bump into a sumo by
Are you sure it
accident?
wasn't just a fat guy?
Maybe.
And he just played along?
Maybe.
Just
Are you a sumo? Yeah, yes.
It could be. No, I was like introduced by someone I had met with, like introduced me. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And then they were like, we can get you tickets. And I was like, okay. And then they were like, we can't get tickets. All right. Well.
So then how did the sumo actually come into fruition?
It was just a chat. It was just a friends of a friend.
Oh, so what? You were like at a bar or something and a sumo's there?
Yeah, like a Japanese style bar, yeah.
How big would you say he is? He was.
In kilos?
No, let's just say, next to you, how much wider and taller would it have been?
At least up to maybe like this.
Fuck off.
Big, huge, I'm telling you. Massive. I thought I'm fat, but Jesus, fuck me.
That's 3 of you.
That's 3 of me, yeah. I would say 3 of me.
How?
What do you mean how? That's just the profession. They're actually pretty fit, strangely.
No, dude, they are fit as fuck,
Yeah,
man.
they're super fit.
To move that kind of weight and muscle and move as quickly as
and
they
they're
do.
quickly, yeah, it's quick.
They're quick, man. They are quick.
They're really quick. It's scarily how quick they are.
To be that big, dude, I wouldn't imagine him doing any more than lumbering
And the
around.
thing is, I was going to say, you would think that they move around, that typical fat move. Yeah,
The
they
waddle.
don't. They,
The waddle.
They walk like
The waddle.
Yeah, no waddle. There's no
They
waddle.
walk. They strut.
They strut, mate, the swag on them, I'm telling you,
Dude, they make money, man.
top shit, and they know it.
They are top shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't get that big and fit. There's no chance.
Yeah.
I tried to bulk and I just ended up getting a gut. That was it.
They are on a really specific diet, though.
Yeah.
What do they eat?
That's true. They do eat like a type of soup, but there's a lot that goes in it.
I want to look this up because I'm really curious now.
What?
The soup that they eat. Is it just the food?
There's a name. There's an
So
actual soup.
would it be just like a carb, protein heavy diet?
It's full of
Sumo soup.
It's in a can at Safeway.
I'm pretty sure it's full of just.
Oh, shit. Can you imagine the ad?
Imagine the kilojoules on it.
Yeah, man.
It's like a 10,000 kilojoule soup.
Wait, so hang on, they eat the soup and they just roll over and go to bed.
I don't know about the rollover part. I never heard that, but it could be true.
No, I'm serious. What you said in the documentary is that they literally just eat and roll over.
I think it was to put on weight quickly. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know what, man? You've got
It's literally you're just eating, you're not moving, you just go straight to sleep.
Yeah.
Japanese culture's so fucked up, man. You've either got the sumo that weighs 1,000 kilos, or you've got the ninja that's
Let's not say too fucked. I've got some listeners from Japan.
That's fine. I love Japan.
I love Japan. We all love Japan.
We do love Japan. I'm just saying the contrast. It's magnificent.
Yeah.
And then the old and that's what one thing I
that's
actually
what
love
I
about
love.
Japan. The old and the new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that they still respect the old age.
Yeah.
There you go. Back to the Olympic thing, man.
Yeah.
Should they just wipe out all that?
At the same time, they have no support for mental health, though.
Where in Japan?
In Japan.
Oh nah, their work hours are brutal. Their work culture is brutal.
Yeah, the work culture is brutal.
What's expected
and
of them?
sexist.
Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about social construct. Yeah, that's still heaps of old world.
Yeah. It's got good and bad. I don't know. Every time I go there, I think I'm going in happy, and then I see shit, and I'm like,
that's anywhere, man.
I know, but it's just disappointing because they're so respectful, and then that's all that's the front of it, that's the facade. When you look in the back, everyone's just depressed as fuck.
Yeah, but that's like Greece.
They just jump in front of
someone
trains.
said to me the other day, it's not even someone said to me the other day, one thing I hate is when people say to me that, I'd live in Greece in a heartbeat because it's so relaxed and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but you're going as a tourist from Australia in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Try going there in the middle of winter and go look for a job.
Yeah.
And then find out that your wage
it's like 15 cents an hour
would be a third of the wage that you have for the exact same job in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Your rent is still the same. Your car is worth a lot more. Insurance is worth a lot more.
Yeah.
Fuel is worth triple. Good luck.
People always see it in the tourist eyes.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, you're talking about someone being brought up in Japan as opposed to someone just moving there and dealing with
well, that's what I was saying, because when I went the first time last year, I saw it as a tourist, and I was like, this place is amazing. And then I went back this year, and I was like, I actually took the time to understand, to meet people, to speak to people, to learn the language. And I was like, it's got its problems like anywhere else.
Yes,
everyone's
of course.
it's super happy, and no, it's not. It's fucking depressing.
Would you picture that ad from The Simpsons? Mr. Sparkle! Brilliant. All right, let's end this because I'm fucking hungry now as well.
Yeah.
How long do you reckon we've been running? I'm actually surprised.
2 hours 20.
2 hours 20.
Yeah.
What is this, amateur hour? Are you serious?
What?
I reckon about 3 hours and 15.
3 hours, 12 and 51 seconds.
Oh!
Winner!
Mr. Sparkle!
Dude, all we need is that soundbite from Street Fighter now. Japan!
Nice.
Winner! Did the Ken raise this? No, wait. Ken did the peace sign. Ryu did the raise fist, yeah? What did Guile do? Brush his hair and then what?
Didn't he turn his back?
Glasses?
Or something like that?
Side view with glasses, I think. Brushed hair.
We're fucking
And
gamers.
the flip.
We're actually gamers.
I remember the hair flip.
Yeah, the hair would sway.
Yeah.
We are actually gamers, man. We've sat here talking about games that were made this year. We're talking about games that were made 30 years ago.
What are you doing when you go home tonight?
Me? Yeah. Honestly, it's 10. I'm going to go home, shower, then possibly start editing this or message some
Have you got work in the morning?
Yeah. 7 o'clock, I've got to be there.
What are you doing?
Dinner.
The lasagna.
And then, I don't know, probably... Destiny?
Just to piss me off.
No, I don't know. Probably just have some dinner, maybe go to bed. Just a little bit.
Just to shit
Just
me?
a little bit.
Yeah, new DLC's got released. I want to install them.
Actually, the expansion's coming.
It's coming out October.
Yeah. Expansion's coming.
The winter is coming. Fuck off, man. Seriously. What are you going to do?
I'll be on WoW until you go to work.
I love how that drink bottle will just be filled up with a bigger straw. You know what I mean?
Just saying.
It's actually a pretty thick straw already. That's why I got the bottle. So
All right, fair enough. Dude, 3 hours. We're going to finish literally on 3 hours and 15 minutes.
That's beautiful. Like, subscribe, and share.
Share, follow, blah, blah, blah. Did you look at that Patreon shit?
Yeah, I told you what we have to do. I just don't know how to do it.
So you don't know what you have to do.
Well, the concept's there, but the
spirit was willing.
The problem is the tiers. The tiers are still an ongoing problem. It's the tier.
All right, we'll release one of your nude spreads every.
I will do that. I'll do like a George Costanza.
The timeless artist seduction.
Month by month.
He's leaning on that pillow moving forward. That dude, the guy that sent the follow-up photo is the best. That big black dude. That should be, dude. I'll end on this. If I ever had made a game with loot boxes, I would bring that up as like a random card. Every 3 spins.
There's no meaning to it.
No. It's like, you just spent $8 on this picture and that black dude. That is the picture for this episode for part 2. All right, I'm done. Done.
Hold up.